Hey everybody, it's me, Nicole Arecki from Soul Change. And this afternoon I had the pleasure and the honor to do a little bit of work with Vivian Evans and her beautiful horses. And the type of work that Vivian does is deeply spiritual. It's very raw, it's very real, and you can't really hide anything from these horses. They see your truth, and if you're not standing in your truth, they kind of call bullshit, and they usually won't even interact with you. So, and I always come away with hanging out with these horses and Vivian with a lesson or something to think about or something that I'm supposed to be working on. And one of the things that actually came up today was that I'm not owning my power. And thanks to Tanya Barber for, bringing that to my attention, that she said, living as a maiden rather than living as a queen. And I thought that was a really interesting way of saying it, that you're not living your life as a queen. And I had a lot of things coming up in the treatment. I'm going to call it a treatment with these horses. A lot of things coming up from being a kid and being a teenager. And it's been a long time. It's been over 20 years that I was a teenager, or maybe a little bit more than 20 years. But there were a lot of patterns and things that were coming up for me. And one of the things that I was really good at actually as a teenager was being who I am. And it was unapologetic. I just was exactly who I was, authentically, no sugarcoating, no bullshit, and I was happy a lot of the time. I also had a lot of problems, like a lot of other teenagers. But coming back to now, am I living authentically? Am I actually living as who I truly am? That's debatable. We get so caught up, especially having kids and a husband and a business and, a lot of people to please in my life. And I wonder sometimes, do I overstep the boundary of being who I am into being who I think I should be? And I think a lot of us struggle with that, especially women. And I know that's such a cliche way of saying things. I don't like to blame things on gender. I don't think it's really fair. But there is a stigma there, let's face it. So there you have it. I'm guilty of sometimes not being authentic. And I think it's really important for me to say that out loud because, you know what? I'm not perfect. I'm a yoga teacher, and for some reason, yoga teachers get put on a pedestal. When you get this kind of training, it doesn't absolve you of having problems or, holding back. It doesn't stop you from having things that come up. We're always healing. It's always a process. It's always a journey. And, I think the best thing I ever did was to accept the process and trust the process of healing and growing and changing and transforming. And I'm always on that path. And I hope that you are too. I'm doing what I'm doing with Soul Change because I truly believe that I can help people. And I can only help people if I'm doing that work myself as well. And it'll be ongoing. I'm not going to come to you crying every week and, showing you all my weaknesses, because that wouldn't be right. I am a leader. I am meant to shine. I am meant to walk the path first. That's who I came here to be. And I would love to have you walk that path with me. I'd love to hold your hand if you need it. I'd love to walk side by side, shoulder to shoulder, just like I did with the horses today. And hopefully something that I'm doing will resonate with you. And if not, hopefully you resonate with somebody else who can lead you on a path to truth, finding out the truth of who you are. That's all that I have to say for today. Signing off. Love you. Namaste.